Hello YouTubers, welcome back to ThoseYGOguys. I'm your host, Alessandro. So I moved into my new apartment, so finished unloading my stuff and now at least settle in. So yeah, time to get started making this video, and in this video I'm going to be discussing about strikes posed about the September 2013 OCG Banlist. So I'm going to go ahead, read over the ban list, put some of my thoughts, and then go through some of the new changes that Konami has mentioned on the V-Jump scan. So let's get started. For forbidden cards, we have the 4 Baby Dragon Ruler monsters ban, and finally Spellbook of Judgment. Then onto the limited section, we have Gen X Ally Birdman, Wind Up Shark, Mermail Bisteus, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Rooster, Number 11 Big Eye, Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Super Rejuvenation, Divine Wind of the Mist Valley, and finally Abyss Sphere. Onto the semi-limited section, we have Chaos Sorcerer, Gladiator Beast Bestiari, Neospatian Grand Mole, Gorz the Emissary of Darkness, Fire Formation Tanky, and finally Black Whirlwind. And on to the unrestricted section, we have Wind Up Magician, Tsukiyomi, Emergency Call, Advanced Ritual Art, Paw of Duality, Scapegoat, Reasoning, and Mirror Force. So overall, this is by far the most, the most radical ban list I've seen in such a long time. I mean, and to be honest, I really like it in a way. The 4 Baby Dragon Rulers being banned, that means now players are going to have to be very wise in utilizing the adult version of the Dragon Rulers to use their effect, because you're only going to get to use each of the specific Dragon Rulers effect once and only once per turn. So we're now going to have to utilize how we're going to use their effects. Spellbook Judgment, poorly designed card. I find it cute that Konami keeps calling the Priestess List build prophecies, and of course, in my opinion, I really could not consider it as a prophecy deck, because the only prophecy monster you're going to see is Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, and it's kind of sad because the one card that's supposed to help prophecy ends up taking over the deck and formulate it into the Spellbook deck. And it's really sad. So taking away the Spellbook Judgment will revert the deck back to the Prophecy build, and it's good to see the Prophecy archetype come back. So now we're gonna get to see a much more widely variety of Prophecy monsters, especially with the new World of Prophecy being released in the Judgment of the Light set. So there you have it. Birdman, that was along with the Divine Wind of Mist Valley, that was a direct attack against the Harpy Dancer FTK. If you don't know, there was another video, a previous video that I did that I have a link about that. So I'll be more than happy to put it down in the description box if you guys want to check it out. Also, Gen X Ally Birdman is also part of another FTK/OTK potential deck, such as the Galistar Beast. Both of them are not that consistent or that overly powerful. It's just, yeah, Konami is just saying enough with the FTKs and silliness. Wind Up Shark, switching places with Wind Up Magician, that was pretty weird in my own perspective, but okay, sure. Unless they're trying to bring back Wind Up Carriers and Mighty for some reason, which I highly doubt that's going to happen, but if that is their goal, their intention for doing such a thing like that, okay, I'm not going to ask. But regardless of that, Shark being put to 1 will weaken the explosiveness plays of the wind-up decks. So right now I'm going to look back into some of the other wind-up monsters, such as Wind-Up Knight, Wind-Up Kitten, other stuff, and see what I can come up with for the wind-up deck. And most likely, from what I can, in my own perspective, I think Wind-Up Warrior's popularity would become highly valuable. Trishula coming back. Woo! I'm so happy to see Trishula again. So, I'm gonna get to play Trishula again. Yay! Um, Super Rejuvenation. Okay, I guess it's add insult to injury to Dragon Ruler decks, but it's also a direct attack to the Dragon Draw Exodia decks and Heretics since they're attacking them. Okay. Bisphere and Bisteas to 1. Okay. That's not gonna hurt the deck too much. Bisteas to 1's not that bad. Sphere to 1, it does hurt. I'm currently testing the deck, and so far, testing looking pretty good. The under the new format for Mermels, so I'm looking forward to seeing Mermels in action. Chaos Sorcerer and Gores to 2. That's going to increase the popularity for Chaos-based decks, especially for Chaos Dragons, since now they have their second Chaos Sorcerer. So woo. Gores. I don't know if we're gonna see Gores being main in 2s now. It's really hard to say. I really didn't experience a format with Gores being more than 1, so it's really hard for me to give my own opinions and see how that's going to work out. So who knows? I probably, in my personal opinion, I could understand one Gores being mained and the other one sided, just for in case you're up against those OTK potential decks. But just to decrease the chances of hardcore losing to Evil Swarms, because Gores is not going to do a whole lot when Ophion's going to be around with its Exceed material sitting on it. So yeah. Tanky to 2 and Rooster to 1. Okay, that's generally weak in Fire Fist and mostly direct hit to 3 axis. Whoop-de-doo. The OCG does have the Rooster for a while, so what kind of screwed us over is the Shonen Jump people subscribe to Shonen Jump Alpha wanting the numbers and all that, so that kind of screwed us over getting Rooster early, so sorry guys. Yeah. Grand Mode to 2, that's pretty cool. Black Whirlwind as well. We'll see more potential for Blackwing, especially Bestiari to 2, so more potential for Gladiator Beast. 3 emergency calls, I guess more love for heroes, which, okay. Advanced Ritual Art, more power to ritual decks. Poly Duality, help slower based decks to have a lot more consistent answers and at least try to keep up with the faster paced decks. So yeah. 3 Scapegoats, that's pretty interesting. We'll see how that will play out, especially Reasoning. And Mirror Force, so yeah. That means that we're going to have to play a little wiser instead of go balls to the wall and attack and see what will happen, because most likely Mirror Force will end up devastating the opponent who recklessly attacks. So most of the time, if you're careful, Mirror Force will be ending up as a 1-for-1. So I really don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. So let's get started with the sudden new changes. So Konami has stated that we're now going to have 4 ban lists per year. So this is going to be the new change of how things go. We're going to have the new ban list on November 2013, then another one on February 2014, then April 2014, and July 2014. So how's this going to affect us? It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say because I've never experienced a 4 ban list per year in the playing after playing this game for 11 years or so. It's really hard to say. It's going to be very interesting. I'll say that 2 of those, about half of those ban lists will be somewhere around the power level of the September format ban list, and then the other half will be about the capability of your typical March ban list, which is kind of like your intermediate. So we have the more powerful ban list that revolutionizing the game, and then we have the intermediate ban list that just does the cleanup thing. So this is gonna be very interesting. More news we'll get as time progresses. I do know there's rumors saying that we might gonna get a slightly different ban list for TCG. I highly doubt it's going to be completely like 180-degree different from the OCG. I could probably see like they won't hit Rooster, something like that. I don't know. That's my own speculation, but the TCG banners we're gonna get, my personal guess would probably somewhere as close to what we're seeing on the OCG list. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a really great format. Tell me what you guys think. Are you guys very excited for this upcoming format? Personally, I am very pumped. I have not fully decided on what decks to build, so it's really hard for me to tell. Also, let me know what you guys think about the 4 banlists per year. What do you guys think? Personally, what I think is this will directly affect card prices now. I mean, it's good for the health of the game, but at the same time, now people are going to be very wary of when it comes down to buying cards and build decks now, because like, I mean, when the hype is pretty low, and usually the secondary market reflects on the player's hype, and when that's a low, that's also going to directly affect the primary market, which is based on the marketing of the cards and their prices. So maybe it'll be easier for us budget players to build decks that we will like, and hopefully at a cheaper price than what it used to be. Who knows? I mean, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below what are your thoughts, and yeah. So I guess that's about it for me to tell you about. Yeah. So yeah, don't forget to comment down below and stay tuned for more ThoseYGOguys. I'm your host Alessandro, and I will see you guys later. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.